Hello YouTube, long time no see. It's been many months since I have been on here. I've taken a little social media break from all of my platforms, but I had to come back to show you guys my garden this year because it looks really good. I'm being blinded by the sun, so I have no idea what you can see behind me. I think and hope you can see my onions, maybe my potatoes. I tried something new this year and it's working wonderfully. This is the best garden that I have had in the 6 years since we have been here on the farm, so I wanted to show you guys and tell you about it. YouTube is a relatively new platform for me. I haven't been on here that long, but I've been on Instagram for a long time, and if you guys follow me there at Hopewell Heights, you will know I take breaks a lot, like really long breaks. And I've done that before and not announced it, and people really worried, thought something bad happened. So I did announce my break on Instagram this time. So everyone knew nothing was wrong. We're all doing good. I just really like to unplug for extended periods of time, but everything's great here on the farm. As you can see, all the animals are doing good. The kids are good. We're all good. We've got the pigs, feeding them out, getting them ready for the fair. It's like the kids' favorite time of year, so we're excited. Lots of fun things. This year is the first year that I have done living walkways or living pathways in my garden, and it looks fabulous. It's so low maintenance. I'm going to show you how I maintain it in a little bit, but first let's just walk through and look at everything. So right here, what I'm going to point at, I just planted strawberries in this patch. I've got a few strawberry plants up at the top there, but this whole thing is going to be strawberries next spring, hopefully, if they come up. Here's my garlic. It is very ready for the harvest, so I need to pull that up and let that cure. Here is my bean tunnel. I have grown beans on this tunnel for many years now. And on this side here, I have Chinese beans, they're called something, they're the ones, noodle beans. Anyway, considering the drought-like conditions, they're doing okay, but look over here at these beans. These are my favorite, my tried and true. Well, first, let me show you this. This is just a morning glory. I plant a morning glory on the end of this tunnel every year because it's just pretty and it makes me happy to see flowers. But these are Blauhilde beans. That's B-L-A-U-H-I-L-D-E. I will link them for you guys. I get them from Baker Creek, and they're just fabulous. Every year, they blow the other beans out of the water. So I always do Blauhilde on one side of the tunnel and another bean for comparison on the other side. And I need to just stop doing another kind of pole bean because the Blauhilde is so good. I mean, no matter what the weather is, they're so prolific and they grow so fast and they're so easy to maintain. They're always healthy. And the beans are actually purple, but they turn green when you cook them, so that's just fun. Like I said, very prolific, and they're stringless too, as long as you pick them when they're pretty young. So just a really great green bean, or purple bean, great pole bean. Okay, so with the living walkways, you can see that it's self-explanatory. You just lay down weed barrier and torch or cut holes to plant your seeds or your plants or whatever, and then do nothing in the walkways. You don't till or hoe. I have straw there. Those are potatoes, and I have marigolds in between them for pest control. So that's why that's straw there. But this is so easy, so low maintenance, and it's no weeding. I love having a huge garden, but it's a lot to maintain when you have a lot of kids. Zooming in, I think I see my son. Yep, he's out there brush hogging the cow's pasture. It's really nice. He's old enough now to really be a huge help. All right, so let me just show you the process of planting with weed barrier. It's very easy. These are my sweet potato slips. Sweet potatoes are one of my favorite things to grow because they're just so easy. It's easy to start your own slips. There are a few ways to do it. I just take some sweet potatoes and put them in a container with some dirt or seed starting mix or whatever, and water it, and then your slips grow out of the sweet potatoes. I pull the slips off, put them in mason jars with water until they develop a really good root system, and then they're ready to go. So just like that. I've got about 50 slips here. I'm in zone 6B, so I plant my sweet potatoes just beginning of summer, first or second week of June. Now for some things that I plant, I use a torch. If I need like a bigger hole, like my potatoes, you can see the row next to me, that's for a second planting of potatoes. But for small things like sweet potato slips, I actually just use scissors and then use my shovel to dig up a little dirt and plant the slip, because the less ground that is exposed, that's the less weeding you have to do. So with this method, you will still have a little bit of hand weeding, because any dirt that's exposed to the light, you might get a few weeds. So like my potatoes, I've had to pull just a few weeds, but all in all, this method is hard to beat for someone who is very busy and still really wants a big garden. For me in the summer, there's my sweet potatoes. Hopefully they make it. It's really dry, so I'll keep them watered, but we'll see. Anyway, during the summer, we like to do a lot with the kids. Our kids play sports. We like to go swimming. We like to do all the fun things. We don't like to be totally tied to this farm. I know it's not popular to say that. People think you have to be like all or nothing with everything these days, but we're not. We live a very in-between lifestyle. Anyway, I like having the big garden, but I'm not going to give up my summers of fun with my kids. So this is it for me. This year has been amazing. Just very little weeding. You can see I still have a big space back here that I need to lay some more rows of weed barrier, and I'll plant my fall garden back there and then come behind, and all this stuff that I harvest, I'll probably plant stuff in its spot too. So I've got 2 rows of potatoes there, marigolds in between, a couple volunteer sunflowers that I couldn't bear to get rid of. My onions look fabulous. I think there are like 300 of them. This is zinnias right here. I was late planting them. I just planted them very late, but I promised my daughter I would plant them, so I planted them, got them in. They'll be late, but that's okay. That was peppers. Let's see, I've got melons here and tomatoes, herbs. Like I said, for the lack of rain, everything is looking pretty good. The weed barrier does hold in moisture, so that's very helpful. Now, one thing I will say, it's black, so it's gonna attract heat. So if you have really delicate little seedlings or something that you're putting out there, make sure to maybe put some straw around them until they get bigger, more established. Keep them well watered if they're right against the weed barrier. Hopefully that makes sense for you guys. Here, I'm just showing you my little row of herbs. I love having fresh herbs. I look for excuses to cook with them pretty much every day, as long as I have them out in the garden. So there it is, my 2023 garden with living walkways, and I have just been using my weed eater to weed in between. If I had a push mower, I would use that. That'd be fast. But this doesn't take too long. It takes me maybe 15 or 20 minutes, so it's fine. It's not that bad. But yeah, if you have a push mower, this could be really fast. Or if you had the space, you could actually just make your walkways wider and use your riding lawnmower and just cut in between. Now that would be really fast and really smart. But I wanted to make the most of my space, so I wanted my rows close together, and I thought I would just do this, and it's not bad. Not bad at all. I weed eat maybe once a week. Well, that was in the spring. Now we're not getting any rain, so well, that is all there is to it. Pretty simple, you guys. So if anyone is looking for a low to no weeding solution, then maybe this will be it for you. I will try to make a video soon updating you guys on all things new here around the farm and in life. All good things. But in the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful summer. And if you're new here and you like homesteading things, motherhood things, gardening things, then click like and subscribe, and I will see you soon.